I've been approached by so many people who ask how do I survive during COVID-19 and how have I been able to keep my business going. In this video, I'm going to share why I think lots of those people are asking me these questions who managed rent-to-rent and rent-to-service accommodation failed during COVID-19. Most of them are people that have been to these free property courses, had a little bit of information about the rent-to-rent and rent-to-service accommodation strategy, thought they knew it all. They then went on and get these properties without doing the necessary things to ensure that they're getting the right property. So they got those properties without negotiating on those properties to ensure that it worked. And also they got this property at the wrong price because they haven't negotiated in those properties to get those properties properly. And they've also got this property, most of their properties are in a wrong location, and it's difficult for them to approach or for them to attract tenants, especially during a difficult situation. And most of them overspending those properties. They go in, spend lots of money in doing this property up. Some of them are saying they spend about £10,000, some said £5,000. They overspend in those properties. Instead of using the business mindset, they use their own heart to invest on those properties. So you always have to use your thinking when you're putting on money in your investment. So they took too many properties for a very short period of time because they're so excited. They thought everything is nice, especially the rent-to-service accommodation individuals. They just went on, take these properties. They did not negotiate on it. They did not do any due diligence on those properties. Just take them on because obviously service accommodation was booming them and they were having so many clients, so they did not even bother to negotiate or understand whether that sort of property is the property that would help them generate the sort of investment they need when things go tough. And with little or no experience, they acquired these properties, and now as soon as COVID-19 hit, within a week or so, they all start struggling, pulling their hair out, and then not knowing what to do. This is one of the reasons why so many essays fail during COVID-19, and they could not actually do anything with those properties. Instead, they had to hand the properties back to those landlords. So now, let me tell you why I survived during COVID-19 and how my mastermind groups were able to approach this difficult situation. In my mastermind program, we learn and master each and every strategy. We ensure that we've learned it, we know it, we use real life examples to see how it works. We analyze the deals to ensure that we're getting this absolute amazing property. We ensure the strategy works in wherever we're going to invest. We have our golden rules. The golden rules we use, we follow those golden rules strictly to ensure that we're getting diamond properties. And what we do, we also negotiate. The way we negotiate as if we are renting these properties out, if we're doing rent-to-service accommodation. We made sure whether we rent the property as an SA, we're making money, as well as if we rent it as a normal let, we'll also be making money. We negotiate. As I said to my friends, that you make money when you buy, not when you sell. And we ensure the deal works with or without SA. So we need to make sure we analyze deals as if we are renting it. And if we're analyzing it as a rent to SA, we ensure that we use the occupancy rate that works in a worst case scenario. So we know even if we're not able to rent that property on that occupancy rate, we could either rent it out, or at that occupancy rate, we are break even, or we're making a tiny bit of money. And also, we don't overspend. We use our head instead of our heart. I can't believe how many investors go in, spend lots of money in doing this rent-to-service accommodation, only to rent it out at the same price I'm renting my own service accommodation. I'm not saying that I don't do them up. I do them up to the standard that I think is appealing and approachable. I don't overspend. I don't go with my heart. I go with my head to ensure that the money I'm investing makes sense and I can get the return as quickly as possible. We also systemize the process. We also systemize from taking on the property all the way to guests checking in, checking out. Everything is systemized, so we don't need to actually go to the property and visit to understand what's happening out there. So that also helped us greatly. It is not about the numbers also. What we do, we actually get the quality type of properties. We don't want lots of properties. We want to have, even if there are few properties, but they are properties that can equate to 5 bad properties. So we've got some properties, one property is generating more money than some of the investors I know that have 10 properties, right? So we need to make sure all this works. So again, again, guys, it is not about numbers. It is about how much profit each property would generate you in terms of net cash flow. So what we do, we tend to get the absolute best properties that could generate us twice as income compared to someone who had 3 or 4 service apartments or rent to rent. So again, guys, this is how I was able to work with my team to ensure that we're able to navigate ourselves through COVID-19, and it is really helping us right now to maintain those properties whilst keeping our landlords okay. I hope you like this video, and if you like any of my videos, hit the like button below and subscribe to my channel for more of these videos. I look forward to sharing the next video. Thank you.